100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the...
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
It's coming now.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Sheds off the tackle. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw is Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Ertz over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Here's Wentz to throw. His pass caught at the 4. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out. And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
You ain't doing nothing today. Here we go. Wide 80. Check 26, check 26. Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. A give. This is Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here we go. Wide 80. Switch. Switch and 8. Here we go. 47. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Eagles have recovered. He was back there forever. You got to get rid of the football there. I mean, the amount of time he had was probably double what you normally have to throw the football, and he doesn't find anyone, so you're exactly right. He's got to get rid of it. But the next question I would have is, what were the receivers doing? In that amount of time, someone's got to find their way open. Because a normal time, 3.5 seconds to get rid of it. Somewhere in that neighborhood, and they really doubled that. That's not supposed to happen when he still has the football, and he ends up losing it. Able to spin free. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried him down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score? And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Wentz to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Ram. He's coming. Double up. Double up. Right there.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here you go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. And guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go, 47. Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Here we go. Wide eight. Gun. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. And he's got Fuller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Switch is 8. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54, wide 8. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
First down, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
47. Hey, here we go. Wide 8. Here we go. 46. 46. He's checking. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
This spot 2.
And they'll go on the ground. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And on the ground they go with a running back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Black, come on. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey, great 15. Great 15.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Great 15. Great 15. Great.
Wentz to throw again. Flush to his right. And Jeffrey's got it. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
82, 82.
Throwing is Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2.
List 5-2, list 5-2.
Now a toss going left. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You go 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
47, 47.
4 down, 4 down.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And an alley to run. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
3 down. 26.
Handoff comes to Cook. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas.
Here we go.
Now Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
46.
3 down.
Here we go. Wide 8. 26.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Wide 8.
Wide, get wide.
26.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He may try and run for this. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly.
Oh, this is blocked. The Cowboys pick it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normally, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
Yeah, a little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 47.
Now Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Swing to the fit, right. To the right.
Again, it's Cook. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go, 46.
Hey, alert 3.
Here we go, 47.
Check safety.
26.
They run, Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now a handoff to Richard, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
41's the will.
Get that quarterback and off.
Gun.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Lefty.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's fly two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This one from 35 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road.